Hey, so I want to welcome you guys to my podcast here. Why I wanted to start it, first of all, before I give you guys the name, is I wanted to basically have something that kind of caters to minorities and women. I feel like a lot of guests or radios in general, I don't feel like they cater to a lot of what issues are going on. I feel like we talk about the little minor thing. The big issue here, especially now since we got an orange man in office, is that, our issues. So I knew the perfect people that would actually want to be involved here. Latrice and Alicia here, they'd be the best people to come and do this podcast with me. I think a big thing I want to talk about is our community and what's going on. I feel like a lot of times we get distracted by things that don't matter. Like whether it be kind of entertainment and stuff. I think that's forced upon us. But if we actually really open our eyes to what's really going on here, then I feel like we can in general make this community better. Because obviously it's up to us. So the name of it, you tried it. So I'm gonna let actually these ladies talk first, how they feel about the podcast and why they wanted to be in it and where the name came from. So Latrice, you want to go ahead and start?
Hey everybody, I'm Latrice. The reason I joined the podcast is because I feel like we as Black people, we always complain about how we want things to change, how we could do this better than other people, and we never do anything about it. So hopefully this can be a platform for change and to start very necessary conversations within our neighborhoods and within ourselves as a people.
I'm Alicia, and the first thing I want to say is you said the name of the show wrong. So let's say the name of the show right.
You tried it.
Okay. And I'm actually the one who suggested the name of the show. I just feel like there's a lot of BS going on. There's a lot of people who have platforms, a lot of people, not just political figures, but just people who are just doing and saying anything, getting famous for no reason. And I just don't feel like they're being held accountable. So on this show, I think we'll be bringing some of those topics to light and, calling some people out, calling some situations out, and let them know they tried it,
but we saw it.
Yes. And I figured if Tommy Lohan dumbass can get a show, sorry for my language, then I feel like we can do it. And we can actually have a better influence and not give alternative facts. What people like to call fake news.
Yeah. For sure.
My main reason for joining the show is because I think we as a people need to support each other more. And I know that this project meant a lot to Vanessa. So if anyone allows me to run my mouth, I'm with it. So she wanted me to be a part of it. I'm more than happy to say my piece. And
I knew these ladies, they will talk. Granted, it's two different opinions, but I know they would have no issue talking about anything. So that's why
we're here to educate and have a good time.
Yes.
So it shouldn't be too gloomy or too serious, but we're gonna mix it up a little bit, and we're gonna have a good time, and we hope that the listeners do too.
I think the what we wanted to bring at the end of the show is you kind of uplifted and kind of educated and kind of look up stuff yourself, And I think that's the main thing is to bring more positivity to the Black community so we can actually start loving each other. Because I feel like out of all the races, we don't show as much love as we can or we should, So it all just starts from us. So that's what we're here to do.
And I want people to know, because we know how much everyone loves to give their 2 cents. You guys will be able to leave your comments or send us emails or whatever to give your opinions. We'll read a few on the show. Not too many. Don't get big-headed. But,
don't be rude.
Yeah,
okay,
don't be rude.
I
will come to your Facebook page, okay?
Okay, see?
Ask her real quick.
I knew it. Okay. Because I was going to call her out. All right.
So not me, you guys. I'm sorry.
I was going to call her ass out because she'll be like, I don't know what she said.
But I will beat your ass if
She got a register.
Just don't be. Just look, you guys. We want to have open communication, open lines, conversation with anybody and everybody. You don't have to be Black to watch this show. You don't have to be Black to leave your comments and suggestions or opinions. But again, we will not tolerate disrespect or rudeness. So there and foremost, hope you enjoy the show.
Alright, so basically now that we're talking about issues and stuff, I actually want to go ahead and jump into it. I feel like the biggest thing that we need to talk about and keep in the news here is the DC missing girls. And I feel like at first it started as like a small thing, but it's really getting carried away. So I think we need to keep this, you know, in the public eye and keep people aware of the situation, because that becomes the issue when news fades away, because then nothing gets solved. So I want to talk about certain celebrities that actually have been trying to keep this in the news, like Tyrese and I know she can't stand Tyrese, but even Harvey off the TMZ show, somebody you would unlikely, he was even saying that we got to investigate what's going on with these girls, you know. And I'm gonna say how I feel about it. Honestly, I feel like I don't know who's taking these bin.
Okay, so we're talking about current events. Now, the purpose of the show is to keep you informed if you're not informed. So there might be some people that haven't heard about this. So why don't you tell them what the situation is?
The situation is this: in DC, recently there has been a lot of Black and Latina girls gone missing. And at first it started out maybe like a couple or a few girls, 14
in
girls.
24 hours.
But now it's increasing week by week, and it wasn't getting much attention at first. But as the numbers started to increase in DC. I remember there was a woman and a lady on the news that was talking about we really need to find these women. Like, it started to catch people's eye because some of them are still not found. I think there was one girl that was actually found, and she expressed how scary her experience was of getting, kidnapped. There's actually a video that I saw that actually showed, I think it was this white boy, he was actually following this Black girl. When she pulled out her phone, that's when he walked away, and that's a scary situation, because it's a shame that being, 13, 14, 15 years old, you can't simply walk home and not come back again, and to me, it's very alarming and scary. And it's scary that if it's not, Asian girls or just white girls missing, it's generally just Black and Latino girls that are coming up missing, a certain race, brown people. So I feel like this needs to be something that needs to be, talked about, because I feel like a lot of times we are on the back page of news, if, Sally goes missing or something, then, it's one girl, it's a whole CBS Good Morning America thing, but it took 25 or more girls to come up missing, for people to catch attention, and only catch attention because we keep making it or giving it attention, News media hasn't really been focusing on the DC girls. So that's kind of the thing to look forward into yourself. But personally, I think that these ladies are being sex trafficked or organ trafficking. It's nothing new. My cousin who works for sex trafficking, knows very well that they take little girls off the street, There's enough perverts out there who don't mind, buying girls. So personally, I feel like that's the key issue, because I can't say nobody cares, but it's not a big deal if brown girls are missing. So that's honestly how I feel. I feel like someone is taking these specific people off the street because they know that it's not going to catch any attention. You can't steal Sally without getting CBS News, but you can steal brown people, just be like, oh, okay, they're just missing. Up to us to kind of give ourselves and our people, the media that they need to get out there. But I honestly think sex trafficking or organ trafficking, because people are coming up missing organs with newspapers in their body, and something really shady about that. I'm just saying.
I would think so.
I mean, shoot, a newspaper, just like the guy that they found, the kid that was rolled up in the mat, recently they dug up his body and found that his organs were completely missing and stuff with newspapers, So to me, that's a scary thing, but it doesn't surprise me. That's what I think.
I will say that social media did kind of distort the story. I know that people have been saying 14, 15 girls went missing in a 24-hour period, but that wasn't necessarily the case. It was over a certain period of time. I'm not sure exactly if it was from when the year started or it was a month or so, but the point is, if, like you said, if a little white girl goes missing, it's going to be on CNN, it's going to be on every news channel, there's going to be Amber Alerts going out.
But I have a perfect example. Elizabeth Smart. Like, I remember being a little kid and I could not go anywhere without hearing a story about this little white girl named Elizabeth Smart. She wasn't even a little girl, she was a grown woman, that came up missing. And she went missing in 2002. Now, the U.S. Department of Statistics reported that 800,000 people went missing in 2002, the same year that Elizabeth Smart went missing. And of those 800,000 people, 47% of them were black, y'all. But none of those girls got any type of news coverage. There's a little girl by the name of Raleigh Wilson. I tried to search her because I saw her on Facebook. And there's like no stories about this little girl. She was kidnapped and people were holding her for ransom. Have y'all ever heard this story? I've never heard this story. Like, I have an entire list of people here who went missing the same year as Elizabeth. But all news stations, radio, all efforts of search went to find this one rich, wealthy white girl when nobody went looking for all these little black girls. And all the little girls that I have on my list here are like 11 to 17. And I know like 17 is grown, but it's really not. Like, that's still a child. And nobody has the right to take somebody just because they feel like it. Like Vanessa said, as long as we keep the spotlight on this, then they have no choice to find these little girls. As soon as we drop the ball and stop caring, they're gonna stop caring. And more and more little girls are just gonna come up missing. It's already starting to happen here in Houston. Little girls are being followed home. Like, y'all really need to open your eyes and pay attention, because it can happen to any of us. And even though we don't know those little girls, like, they're my sister, they're our sisters, they're your sister, they're your daughter, they're your mother, like whatever, niece, nephew, it doesn't matter. But we all just have to keep an eye on this and make sure, and hold somebody accountable, because right now nobody really seems to care.
And I think that's a good point, because I feel like always in the news media that if there's any, you know, crime committed against us or something happens, it's like a short little piece, you know, and then bam, it goes away.
A little blip.
Yeah, a little blip. And it's not until we make it something big to where it's like, oh shoot. Just like if you think about like Trayvon Martin case, when he did get killed, it was a small little piece of like, oh, you know, somebody got killed in self-defense. It was something, we didn't know any kind of story of what happened. It was something small. His parents is the one that had to go to the media, talk to people, and get it out, his story out, that it wasn't just something, you know, random, like they got to a scuffle, you know? And then it became one of the hugest, probably cases in our generation. It was probably Mike Brown case, you know? It's just something so small. So I feel like if we don't make it a big deal, nobody else will. And it's always been like that, because we generally, I mean, say it, but we're kind of almost like second citizens, you know? So it's just like, I don't feel like we ever really mattered. That's why, you know, movements like, you know, Black Lives Matter, people don't understand it. You know, they'd be like, all lives matter, but that's not the case, because our lives haven't mattered for a long time, you know? We end up in the street, we innocently go to jail, and bam, they forget about us. And a lot of times, even when there's something that does happen to us, you know, we still don't even get to be the victim. We're still somebody that's portrayed as, oh, well, she was smoking weed, or she was
they put up a mugshot of us doing something that isn't that bad, but they make it seem so much worse than it is. Where you got someone who, like Dylan Roof, who said he didn't care about killing all those innocent black people in church, and they show him like looking like an innocent little schoolboy. Like, that's not fair. And the media has a lot to do with how we as black people are portrayed across the world, and it's not fair.
I remember watching the 13th Amendment, a good documentary, by the way, on Netflix. It says
not endorsed.
Yeah. So a lot of times they said that because they make us into these criminals, that people start to lose their empathy for us. So they don't see us as a victim. They just see us like, oh, goodness, we got this person off the street, you know? So if the innocent black man gets killed by a cop, you know, and he brings up his history that he was, you know, he did this and did this, then people start losing their empathy for that person. Then they don't care. They just think like, oh, he was just a criminal. Maybe he deserved to get shot, you know? And that's not always the case. I feel like if somebody is the victim of an innocent situation, and that's how they need to be played.
I feel like the first question out of people's mouth when it involves a person of color is, well, what do they do to deserve that?
That is the first question.
You know, they always think they did something to invoke that behavior.
Yeah.
That behavior. Nobody ever wants to, you know, just take take wrong for wrong.
Exactly. There's been so many accounts where I've read comments on Facebook or just period about a video.
Talk to police like that.
Yeah. Well, why did he have to be so aggressive? How was he being aggressive with his hands in the air, saying yes sir, no sir? Like, it's no matter what we do, no matter how non-threatening we try to seem, they're threatened by our skin color. We can't make our melanin go away. Not that we want to, but we can't get rid of our melanin, and people just have to learn to accept that. Like, we were living peaceful and people started harassing us. Let's not forget that.
I think also too, I think we talked about the other day, I remember when I had got pulled over and this cop was automatically aggressive towards me because maybe he thought that because of where I came from or where I was living at the time, that I would automatically be aggressive, but I didn't come off as that. So he already felt the need to kind of just be rude towards me, but he didn't even know me. I didn't get a chance to say anything. He was already coming up to me being rude because he thought I was going to be aggressive. And I'm telling you right now, just because people are black does not mean you have to be aggressive with them, because we're not all aggressive. We get that stigma that we're angry, we're mad, we're going to be like this, but that's not even the case. I mean, we can
when provoked.
But at the same time, it's like you don't give us that chance, because in your mind already, you already have it set that we're this type of person.
Mm-hmm.
So you automatically change your demeanor, and that's how you come at us. And then bam, you see innocent people get killed. So it's like, if a cop get attitude with me, I have to second guess, but like, I can't get attitude with him, because what if I come up missing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be his word against mine. He can easily tase me, shoot me, and say I was aggressive, and say I attacked him, and guess who they're gonna believe? They're gonna believe the cop.
I'm gonna say, and it does not matter with us, with women, because they do not care. So, Peter Boy too, like, it's just insane.
And kind of like getting back to the missing DC girls, I mean, I can appreciate the fact that they're trying to clear up the facts, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of the articles that I read on the situation, they're trying to minimize the importance of the situation. Like, okay, maybe 14 girls didn't go missing in 24 hours, but the fact that they're saying things like, well, actually, the amount of cases has decreased since last year.
I saw that. I was so mad.
Like, what the hell does it have to do with anything? Like, it's still an issue. Like, we're still going missing. We're still not being looked for. And whether it's 14 girls in 24 hours or 14 girls in 24 months, the fact is, no one cares.
It don't matter if there's 2 or 3. Like, who cares about the number? And that's the problem, is they deflected what the real problem is.
I just want to read y'all a statement from DC police, and they said they were asked why aren't they doing more to find the DC girls, and this is a statement like from their police chief: girls are runaways, they are not crime victims. How do you know that if you're not even looking for them?
It's a perfect example of us being turned from victims into people who either brought this on ourselves, or this decision that we made, or whatever the case may be. It's dehumanizing.
It gets worse.
It's disrespectful.
When they were asked what have they been doing, he said, we have been aggressively using social media to spread the word. Really? I could swear that it has been a majority of black people spreading the word about these girls. Not y'all. Y'all aren't looking for them. The FBI wouldn't even make a statement. So this is why we're trying to get y'all to wake up and see, like, we have to do something. Whether it be band together and look for the girls ourselves, or try to reach out to some form of police, security, or branch of government, or something that'll actually care or attempt to care.
And while the statistics may not have been 100% factual, they got a reaction. And I mean, just how quickly the situation went viral, it's just an expression of how powerful we are as a people. Like, if we just focus on the right things and stick together and band together, we can make a difference. Like, we have a voice. And I just feel like we've been conditioned to feel like we don't have a say.
Exactly.
We're scared to speak up and say anything, because it's always that, excuse my French because I'm going to say something bad, but we have the fear syndrome, because it's like, oh, what they do when they feel like a nigga stand up, like, oh, we got to punish him and make an example out of him so nobody else will stand up. Like, they've been doing this to us in slavery, y'all. We're conditioned, but we have to break out of that and be like, you can stop one of us, but you can't stop all of us. If we band together and like make a change for ourselves, like, we're unstoppable. I just wish y'all would, to see how great we are.
And I think that's the problem too, is the fact that we have more than ourselves, like we have, light skin versus dark skin, and that's dividing us as well from, making solutions or coming together, to help stop these problems that are going on in our community, it's like, how can we band together to make something better when we're still fighting within ourselves? You know, and like this goes all the way back to Willie Lynch, who told you the best way you can control his slaves is separating them. You know, making the lighter skins, you know, in the house, and making those who are dark skins in the fields, you know, giving them that advantage. You know, granted, they were getting the same treatment. Slaves were still slaves. You didn't have no freedom. But if you break that bond, you know, then we can't band together. And it kind of, it sucks because it actually transitioned to today. You know, that's how it's really rooted. You know, because we probably didn't know what difference, like, we probably didn't even know a difference. We just knew slaves were slaves. But when they saw the difference of, oh, she's fair-skinned and she would, you know, be in the house and sleep in the bed and get this while they're in the shack, you know, and it sucks, you know, because you even see it in the media, like, even with Nicki Minaj, even, you know, sometimes with Beyonce, it's like especially Nicki Minaj, they got more light skin because I guess they're trying to cater to more of the European look, you know? And so when media sees that and little girls see that, they kind of see it as light skin or fair skin being more prettier than dark skin, you know, which is the exact opposite, you know? I think black is beautiful.
No matter what shade you
Exactly. Because in the end, we're all black. You're still going to be in one category, regardless if you bright yellow to
we all check the same box.
Exactly. And then it's funny because to them, even if you're mixed, you're still gonna be black to them. Because I know, coming from that background, my mom is half Asian, half black. But when people see her, they just see black. They don't see the other side of her. So, you know, it's kind of pointless to kind of have these, you know, wars within ourselves when in the end, they're still gonna see you the same way.
We're not doing anything but making it easier for white supremacy, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if we divide ourselves, then we're just easier to conquer. And it's just, but it's something that's so deep rooted and it goes so far back. It's going to take a lot of reconditioning and reprogramming to fix that. I mean, but we're not going to fix it if we don't talk about it. You know, I feel like there's a lot of jokes made, you know, about, you know, light-skinned girls don't text back, or, you know, or dark-skinned girls don't, you know, their hair don't grow, whatever the case may be. Whatever it may be.
That's not true.
Don't have to
But, you know, it's just, and I mean, it can be funny, but at the same time, it's just like, there's reality in jokes. And we joke about this stuff, but it's real, and we really do classify ourselves, you know,
we segregate. Black people are the only race that segregates.
Exactly. You don't ever see. Oh, I'm not talking to you because you Irish and I'm from England. Or
you're still European.
You're still European.
Exactly.
You never see Hispanic people be like, oh, I don't talk to you. I'm Hispanic and you Mexican. Nigga,
well, actually,
yeah, because I can see something they be like, don't call me. I'm like,
well, no, they don't have to be called that, but they all band together. Like when they have garage sales or if somebody's selling something, I'm serious. I'm not stereotyping. It's just to show, like, no matter what, like, Hispanic people, Latino people, like, they band together and they're stronger for it. Like, look how, I mean, if you live in Houston, like, they have everything. They have businesses everywhere in every neighborhood.
And I think another big thing is you even see it in the movies. Like, Tyler Perry is like the biggest example, I'm sorry. But he always has, like, the light skin has the hero of the movie, and the dark skinned man is always, like, the evil one, you know? Yeah, beating her up. You saw, like, I don't know, like, I see most of his movies, and you see a majority of all of it, you know? And that's not how it should be. Because a-holes can be light, dark, blue, purple, what the hell, you know? They're just gonna be assholes.
Speaking of that, commercials, movies, TV, I don't care what I'm watching, what channel. If there's a commercial with a black man, he's usually with the white woman. And a black woman is usually by herself or with the white man. And then as far as same race couples, it's white and white, Hispanic and Hispanic, but they always separate black men and black women. Have y'all never wondered why? Because we're so strong together. Like, our bond is unbreakable, y'all.
I use that real deep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You gotta bring You got 2 rounds. You know, and I think it's sad to me is too. Like, I remember I watched a documentary. It was called Dark Skin, Netflix.
Really good.
And it talked about how the struggles of dark skinned girls, dark skinned gender, what they go through and how they feel. And I can't relate to something like that because I don't know how that would feel. But I just know that I think black is beautiful. But even my little cousin, you know, who is dark skinned, she always said that, why can't I be peach, you know, and she notices that difference, and that shouldn't be the problem, because to me, you know, like I said, black is all beautiful. So I remember we got her this book that kind of shows all the shades of black, you know, and I feel like it's because of TV or what people think is beauty, you know. Not every beauty person is light skinned with long hair. That's just not what beauty is. I think Lupita Nyong'o,
that's the media's fault.
exactly, that is the media's fault, but I think Lupita Nyong'o is the like so beyond beautiful to me. She is gorgeous, you know.
And Kia something.
Ooh.
Tika
Bernice Burgos.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Tika something, that's my boo.
I'm not gay or anything, but they fine.
Game over.
Yes.
Just playing. She's straight.
But speaking on that, like being dark skinned, I can totally speak on the difference growing up, being dark skinned versus being light skinned. I've always been
Just like you're
told
not dark skin, but you're brown skin.
compared to, I've always been told that I'm dark skinned. I just got lighter, you know. I don't know why, but anyway. But I've always been told, oh, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl. And it doesn't help that I'm slim, y'all. And you know, for most black people, it's like slim waist, big booty, whatever. But I've always heard that. I've been told I'm black as a skillet, like just horrible, mean things. I've been told that I'll never be as cute as my light skinned friends. Like high school, middle school kids are extremely mean. It had me to the point where I wanted to bleach my skin. I used to take baths and bleach. Like I hated my skin, and it took a while to get past all of that. You know, you have to grow into self-love and surround yourself with people who encourage you to love yourself and be yourself and love you no matter what. You know, it's just really sad that. Oh, I'll say this too. It made me getting tortured and, you know, tormented in high school and middle school. It made me really not like light-skinned girls. Like in high school,
my next point.
I would not have fun with them. I'm just gonna be
I'm
so
brown.
So I'm peanut butter caramel. I mean, you know this.
Well, I'm gonna home with you, Leisha, but nothing. You're living too light.
I'm not even.
You
This is
mixed.
right here.
You
This man
mixed.
that's right on me.
In high school,
Okay.
guys would have flocked to her because she's Asian and be like, they're like, oh, my
I'm
girl mixed. My girl mixed. So yeah, she exotic.
I'm only
so,
25%, guys.
But yeah, you know, it's just ingrained in you little, and it's really messed up because like these are awesome girls. Like if I had met them back then, I'd have missed out on some really cool people because I was brainwashed, because I hated myself, and me hating myself made me hate the people that I couldn't look like. But I just, like Vanessa said, you just have to learn to love yourself and realize that black comes in all shades and we're all beautiful. And anyone who tell you your melanin not popping, boo, they lying. They're haters.
And after I reached my next point too, I remember in college, I had a roommate who was dark skinned, and she told me that, you know, that we became cool after, but she said usually she wouldn't talk to somebody that was light skinned like me. And I was like, hey, I thought peanut butter, caramel.
Peanut butter is light skin.
But she said normally she wouldn't talk to somebody like me because she was like, she thinks that, you know, light skinned girls are stuck up and mean.
Yeah.
And it kind of surprised me because I'm just like, I am nothing like that. But she's like, you're not like that. But it sucks to kind of have that perception, you know, because to me, I didn't see any difference. I never wasn't gonna be friends with dark skinned person because of, first of all, my family's like the United Nations, we got everything. But see, like I said, black is beautiful. I didn't see color because in my family, that's what we don't see it, you know. But when she did tell me that, I mean, it hurt a little bit. But at the same time, you know, we became good friends, you know. But it happens. Normally, you get that team light skin, team dark skin, but it's like what they like to see. Like, good, they're still pitting against each other, you know. What we did 200 years ago is still working.
Can I ask something?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not man bashing, okay? But we have to acknowledge that men play a part in this too.
Yes.
Because dark skinned men usually prefer to date light skinned women, and light skinned guys usually prefer to date dark skinned women. And vice versa, light skinned women, like dark skinned men.
I can admit I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, and I am too, because when I was younger, I used to only date light skinned guys because only light skinned guys would approach me. Dark skinned guys never liked me. So, I mean, you know, we have to stop the brainwashing, y'all. I don't discriminate no more. Hey,
I mean,
chocolate.
I could admit I was like that. I don't know what it is about chocolate, but it drives me crazy. So I used to always just date, you know, dark skin. I'm gonna be real.
It don't matter what color you are. If you ain't shit, you ain't shit.
I used to think that light skin
I
boys were
tried.
like too pretty for me. Like, no, you a pretty boy. Like, that's what I consider light skin. I was like, light
you
skin wasn't
ain't-
pretty, but now it's whatever.
You so silly.
I'm trying to censor myself. Even, I mean, up until recently, I want to say, I didn't see a whole lot of like expressed appreciation for black women from black men. You know, and I forget who said this quote. If you know who it is, please feel free to say. But it was like Malcolm X. The most disrespected person in America is a black woman. The most unprotected person in America is a black woman. And it's literally the black man's job to protect us. So when we're not getting that love from them, it's kind of like,
where do we get it from?
Right. I mean, it's kind of a cycle, you know, whether it's just being angry at men, period, or just leaning towards white men. I mean, I've seen it. I haven't experienced that because I just refuse to give up on my black men. But it's just
ain't nothing like y'all.
It's just
it is hard because
it's really hard though,
because black men do have that stigma because what they.
And we fight for them so hard.
Yes,
we do. And it feels like they don't.
We don't.
Excuse me, dear black men. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all right now. We, the black women, feel like y'all do not love, appreciate, protect, or cherish.
Yeah. I see a lot more now. Though.
Well, yeah, I'm starting to see it more.
Because
but this is how we've been feeling for a long
exactly.
time. And like they said, we fight, we stand by y'all, no matter what. Like, we always are there by black men, and we just want the same. Like, point blank period. Like, we're out here getting done so wrong and so disrespected, and y'all shouldn't be adding to it. Like,
and not every black woman is angry, mad, pissy, or that's not. I feel like they depict the black woman that way. So a black man is like, nah, I don't deal with that. But that's not how we are. We are strong women. You know, we ain't gonna take nothing. I'm sorry. I mean, if we call BS, that's just what it is. But I feel like a lot of times, if black men can see that we are beautiful creatures, and the younger generation sees that, then maybe they'll appreciate it a lot more. I remember I used to get mad at my cousins because they thought that, you know, they didn't want to date no black person because they was ashy. What? I was mad as hell. I was mad as hell at them. I'm like, you still black? Like, you know, it got me upset. Like, most of the black women, no, they ashy, but that's just what they. It's horrible, but that's what they know, you know. So it sucks.
But I mean, piggybacking off that, because of the media, including hip hop, rap music, whatever the pop culture is, it's our responsibility to fix that. Because it starts when they're young, you know. If they're fed that when they're younger and they don't have anybody to show them any better or teach them any better, that's what they're gonna believe. So I just think it's so important from a young age to just let the black youth know how important they are, how beautiful they are, how valuable they are, how smart they are, because nobody else is gonna tell them that.
exactly.
If we don't tell them that, they're gonna just believe whatever they see on TV.
Exactly.
And TV is like the worst place to get your information.
Oh my gosh. You can see the music videos. Like, who do you see? You see light-skinned girls in the thing. It don't give no exactly. You don't.
Which I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too mad that they use all them like foreign girls for their videos. Not to say foreign women shouldn't be respected. I mean, all women should be respected. But if you want to have a girl half naked in your video with her boobs out and all that, please, by all means, go use a different race and leave us black queens over here to sit on our thrones and be queenly. Like, please go use somebody else for that foolishness. Like, I'm sorry. We don't need that over here. Tip drill was enough, and we finally brought me back. BET Uncut. We finally got past tip drill.
Put my towel underneath the door. I
remember staying up late trying to watch that video because everybody in school was talking about it. But okay, piggybacking off of what you said, because you were talking about music. I was listening to Tupac the other day. I pulled up the lyrics because I'm just reading them to y'all. He's like, and since we got our name from a woman, since we came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and our game from a woman. I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, we hate our women. I think it's time we kill for our women, time to heal our women, to be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the lady that made the baby. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. Tupac has been saying this forever.
He's been saying a lot of stuff.
Well, you know, his music resonates forever. His music resonates forever. But I mean, y'all listen to rap. Y'all say y'all like Tupac. I mean, listen to the words. Like, a lot of his music still is relevant today.
But I will say that we have made some steps steps in the right direction.
For
I
sure.
I don't want to sound like we think black men hate us, because I'm just saying, in the recent years, it has gotten better.
It has gotten a lot better.
I've seen the light, and I just want to thank Jordan Peele for making Get Out, because
So that
because I feel like leaving that movie, I mean, I'm already in a relationship, but I feel like leaving that movie theater, I just felt so much more appreciated. Like he was like, man, if I saw this movie, I'm like, that's right.
I'm telling you know, shout out to Jordan Peele, because they like, hell no, we ain't dating Becky or Sandy or Rebecca no more.
Shout out to
You end up somebody's grandpa.
Shout out to all the black kings who, you know, show us love. Colin Kaepernick, you did it for the whole race, baby. So we love you and appreciate you. And if nobody drafts you, I personally, as much as I love football, will not be watching any games this season. That's just my take. See, this is the problem.
I'm still salty. You ever make a comeback?
I'm a Pats fan.
I'm a Patriots fan too. Sorry, Texans. I've been a Patriots
Yeah, she has been. Unfortunately, that's the only flaw.
You mad or
You
not?
mad?
But I was gonna be, I'm be salty forever, okay? Because that should have been us in the Super Bowl.
Let me go get some hydrochloric medication real quick.
Oh man.
Yes, I am salty.
But I think we wanted to talk a little bit about filters. You know,
Get out of
kind
control,
of
ladies.
connects.
I'm guilty of
to
it too, though.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm guilty of using filters to make myself look a little lighter. Well, not lighter, but you know, just to highlight the chocolateness in the skin. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I used which one was it? I think it was the flower head filter.
Oh my gosh.
You know how if you move too much, like the right or left, the filter goes off. And when I saw the difference, I was like, I got mad at myself. Like, I am catfish out here. I can't post that flower filter because it's not real. Like it's not.
It's these people getting ideas in their head like, yeah, you know, she look like that, but no.
And then they see you in real life.
like if you do half and half, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that flicker I saw scared me a little bit. I was like, I can't use this. I'm lying to the people.
I feel bad because I'm like, hey, you don't look that. Ooh, sorry.
What's the one that makes your whole face like streamlined?
I don't know, but that filter be
With the the bluish one that makes your whole.
Oh yeah.
It like alters your nose and alters everything. Because I know it make my nose look smaller. Which I was like, oh shoot, I'm looking like a European up in here.
You used it though, didn't you?
I did. Because it made me look a little freakish. So
I'm not gonna lie. I don't use Snapchat filters as much as I use this thing. It's an app called Pro Makeup, and it's filters. But say you don't have on any makeup. Line the camera up with your face and take a picture, and you can beat your face.
That's
so
you watch YouTube the right way. You learn like the rest of us.
Yo, YouTube is.
Some days you just get lazy and you want to take a real cute selfie, but you ain't got no makeup on. Beauty cam makeup is your friend.
If I see that damn dog filter one more time, I'm gonna throw up like.
You know what I'm sick of? The cheetah print mask filter. The mask that go over your face got the little cheetah. I'm sick of it. I see it everywhere.
I haven't, but it doesn't bother me.
Or that damn rat or deer or whatever the hell it is, make your voice change. Like, ladies, be yourself. We're not mouses, deers, cantaloupes, whatever the hell.
It's all in fun. It's all in fun, but it was every picture you post.
Like, what does she really look like?
Every picture you post has a filter on it.
Come on.
Because no one should.
I'm guilty of throwing a filter on if my eyebrows aren't done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I have a good mixture.
I take a lot of natural photos.
But sometimes lighting just be key, because if that lighting ain't right, it's just a bad picture.
Like today, y'all, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I ain't got on nothing. I ain't do my eyebrows. I ain't got no makeup. I just got on lashes.
With
this lighting,
because I'm really caramel peanut butter, but this lighting got a little bit.
I know. It look like I got a little bit of highlighter. I ain't got no makeup on, y'all.
Say peanut butter one more time.
Because I have to get it straight, okay?
Why do you want to be called peanut butter and not caramel?
Huh? No, either way, it's peanut butter caramel.
Peanut butter caramel.
Either way, the point is,
Being a colorist, Vanessa.
I know. I'm
Be brown.
You're just brown.
I'm just black. Everybody's just
We're
black
all
here.
black.
All just black.
And proud.
And
anybody who watches this that is not of African American descent or that is not black in any way,
Probably have no idea
fashion,
what we're talking about.
I'm just gonna tell y'all something right now. Please do not ask to touch our hair. We hate it.
I mean, you can ask, but I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. And don't be mad if I'm rude.
That's just rule. That's an ultimate no-no. Like, just don't be like, oh,
get your hair like that.
I was born.
Like, why did you just touch my hair? Like, I
It's
really don't like
coconut
it.
oil
What's
and
that
water.
smell?
But I had somebody tell me.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, Alicia, this is really
Somebody told me I smell like medicine because I had like
Was it the hair girl stuff?
yeah, because I mixed like essential oils, you know,
Oh,
like
okay.
peppermint oil. It was like smell like Bengay. Like, oh, I just want my edges to grow out, okay? Like
Look, it is
stop
broke out
bothering
here.
me.
Edges is the key, okay?
Huh.
Edges will make
If
it
I lose
break.
my edges, I can't talk about nobody.
Exactly.
You know,
right?
Like, if
That's
somebody
all
got no
I- that's all I
edges, you
got.
like, bitch, how you talking to me when you have no edges?
Right.
Like, edges out, you know.
You can't be cute. You can't have a head full of hair and no edges.
Edges. That just don't make no sense. Because your hair start right here. Like, ladies, it's not cute, you know?
I'm gonna say we can go bald, but who really wants to do
Don't get me wrong, we don't just sit around talking about people. If I talk about you, if I talk about you, you ask for it.
The point is that black people, we do have hair, okay? This is real.
All of our hair is natural.
This is, yes, natural. It's just straight. It's not a weave. I can't tell you how many times people be like, is that your real hair? Like, did you just think I came out like bald? Like, what the hell? Like, I have hair. I mean, everybody came out bald, but you know what I mean?
I came out with a hair full of hair.
Huh?
I came out with a hair full of hair.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general. The point is that I'm trying. The point is that we have hair, people. We're not bald here, okay? We can switch it up a little bit. That's what makes us.
I'm gonna say because Latrice is natural, but Lacey is long straight.
Lexi, that's with the red hair.
Lacey with the red hair. You know when I put my red
Like, y'all
wig
think
on?
so?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was storming at one time, but then I borrowed her wig.
Yeah, never been the same. Stretch it out. Just
Whatever. I have a small ass head, so it's good.
Oh
It was
my
funny is when I went to work and actually wore that wig, people thought that it was my real hair, and I had to explain to them what a lace front was. Now, granted, you know, I was with a black girl. Oh no, I had another black girl at the time, so she had to help. No, she had to help me explain what a lace. I wouldn't be a lace front was. It was very complicated.
I'd have been like, yes, huh?
And it came.
They believing you too.
Wow, your hair grew fast.
I'm
Sure did. You're that dumb to believe that? Then I'm gonna disagree with you.
sorry,
Yeah,
they
I'm
just
not gonna explain
they
this
just
to
don't
you.
understand it. It's like you gotta break down a science.
So diverse.
I know, right?
You know, just amazing.
Exactly.
And y'all will not believe this.
Yes. Yes.
They'll be
And
on the show eventually.
Yes,
Oh,
they will.
yeah.
They're gonna be special guests up here.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom,
Michelle.
fancy.
Hey, Tom.
We always get Tyler too. We always get Tyler.
Hey, Tyler, baby.
There will be more to come. There will be more topics. So if you want to talk about anything or have any
If you enjoyed
suggestions,
it,
yes,
let us
please,
know.
Please give us
Please
feedback
let
because
us
it's so
know.
long.
if you didn't enjoy it, let us know.
or you're asking me to go watch another video because there'll be other people that will like it.
But we
Don't
do
be
want
We
constructive
Yes.
criticism.
Don't.
Constructive.
This is her baby.
criticism.
This is her baby, so she's being a little emotional right now. But
rude.
Just don't
We
be
all-
rude, y'all.
we all have good sensitive views.
Yes,
You
yes.
know,
I'm not gonna be
and
fast. I'm just saying.
it wouldn't be
Quite
right for us
I'm
to
quite
only
fast.
comment if you have something positive.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
in
want to
general-
hear it all.
constructive criticism because this is our first show.
And for those who even have a podcast or radio show and want to give your suggestions, that'd be actually great. So
Yeah.
I could actually learn from, getting better. But I want to thank y'all for, listening to our launch if you tried it. I want to thank these lovely ladies for doing this first launch with me. So anything you guys else want to say to our viewers out there?
I got a closing. I just want people to know that even though we have the Willie Lynch syndrome very deeply embedded within our psyche, it is something that can be restored and something that can be changed. We just have to start taking a step to do so. One more thing. My position on this show would more so be to give you guys like black love, black power, always giving you guys knowledge, and I just want everybody to love one another and see everybody as brother, sister, mother, father, and stop dividing ourselves so much.
And that's the big thing why I want to bring it, because I want to bring something positive and just give us a way to where we can all just be together. Because I'm telling you, the scariest thing to people is black people united. So we need to start actually coming on that. Because honestly, guys, it's up to us. This generation, we have to be better than the last.
I guess my purpose of the show is. I mean, I do have, some profound things to say every once in a while, but I mean, I'm here to have fun, but to keep people informed at the same time. And also, I just think it's so super important that we support each other. I feel like a lot of times, no matter what it is, whether it's a clothing line or a radio show or a TV show or, art industry, we're just in competition with each other. And there's plenty of success to go around. I don't feel like just because someone's doing the same thing as you that they have to be your competition. I mean, if you want to look at it that way, as a way to make yourself better, that's fine. But as far as like letting that harbor negative feelings, that should not be a thing. I just think it's really important that we support each other in the Black community and just be more positive, because if we're not, then it's not going to get better for us.
And on that note, thanks everyone. And this has been the first episode of You Tried It.